Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
These questions. Now let us use the number line to write the integers here. It says 3 more than 5. 3 more than 5. So 3 more than 5. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't write 3 at first. I should write 5 at first. And because it's more, so it's 5 plus 3. So if you use a number line, if this is 5, I move 3 steps to the right, I'll land on 8. The answer is 8. Now it says 5 more than minus 5. So this is minus 5 and I need to add 5 to it. Oh, minus 5 and 5, they are additive inverse of each other. So I'm sure you can easily say the answer will be a 0. Okay, you can try the same on a number line. Start from minus 5 and if you reach, I think I should make it other way. So I'll just erase these two as well. Say this is 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. If I'm starting from minus 5, moving 5 steps towards the right side, where will I land? I'll land on a 0, right? Now the next one says 6 less than 2. So 6 less than 2. So it is 2 added to a minus 6. You can write it this way. Now 2 added to a minus 6, let's use the number line to do this. As the question says, use the number line. Let's say this is 0, this is 1, 2 and 3. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7. So starting from 2, let's move to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps. And we end up on minus 4. This is the answer. Now it says 3 less than minus 2. So minus 2. And we need to make it 3 less, that is minus 3. So if you are at minus 2 and you take 3 steps towards the left, you will end on minus 5. I hope it's clear how we have solved these questions using the number line. Now let's add these integers. Now we are not going to use the number line. Here it is a plus 9 and a minus 6. So the difference between the two is 3. The bigger number is 9 irrespective of the symbol. Sign, so it's a plus 3, right? Now the next one is a 5, that is plus 5, and 11, which is a negative 11. The difference between the two is 6 and the bigger number is 11, so I'll borrow that sign. The next one is minus 1 and minus 7. Both the numbers are negative, so when we have both the numbers negative, we simply add them 2 and we put the negative sign in front of it. The next one is a negative and a positive integer, where the negative integer is a smaller number. So the difference is 5 and the symbol we put is plus. Now let's do them. Here all these numbers are negative. Simply add them all and put the symbol that you have. So 3 added to 2 added to 1, it is 6 with a negative sign. Now moving to the next one. Minus 2 and 8. One positive number, the bigger one, and one negative number. So the answer is 6 with a positive sign. We are required to add minus 4 to it. Again a positive and a negative integer we have got. The difference is 2. Which number is bigger? 6 is bigger, so a plus 2. I hope this is clear. Again, without using the number line, let's add these numbers. So 11 take away 7. So 11 take away 7. The answer is 4 and the sign is a plus because 11 is the bigger number irrespective of the sign. The next one is minus 13 plus 18. Minus 13 plus 18, both are the integers with the different signs. So here the difference is 5. The bigger number is 18. Next one, 10, that is a minus 10, and 19. The difference is 9 and the bigger number is 19. The next one is 250 added to plus 150. So it's of opposite signs. So the difference between the two is 100 and the bigger number is 250. So we'll borrow the negative sign. The next one is 380, that is of a negative sign, and another number that we have got is of negative sign, that is 270. So adding the 2 gives 650 as the answer and simply putting the minus sign in front of it. Now the next one, 217 and 100. Both of them same sign, negative. Simply add them 2, that is 317, and simply put a negative sign. I hope this is clear. Now let's move ahead and find the sum of these numbers. Starting with this one, let's write it down. 137 add 354, which is a negative number. So 354, that is a bigger number with a negative sign. So ignoring the number which is bigger, with ignoring the sign of the given numbers, we'll simply find the difference between the two, and the difference between the two is 217. Now which sign are we supposed to put here? The sign with the bigger number, that is minus 354. So 354 is basically the bigger number, so we have kept its sign. Now minus 52 and plus 52, simply they are additive inverse, so the answer will be a 0. Now minus 312, we need to add this to 39, we need to add this to 192. So let's do these two together. So here one is negative, that is 312, and the other one is positive, that is 39. So the difference between the two is 273, and the sign will have is a negative because 312 is a bigger number. To this, let us add 192. Again, we have got one integer negative, one integer positive. So now what is the difference between the two is? It is 81. And the sign we put is a negative sign because 273 is bigger than 192. Now the last one, solving the first two first. Here both the numbers that we see, both the integers, they are negative. So we simply add them. It will be 250. The sign that we'll put is the negative sign because both the integers are negative. Now we need to add this to 300. So the difference between the two, because here one is negative integer, the other one is positive, we simply subtract the two. The answer is 50. The bigger number is 300, so we'll borrow its sign. So it is plus 50. I hope every time we are working the question, you are getting more confident with it. Solving the first two numbers together. Minus 7 and minus 9. So what we do when we see that both the numbers, they are like with the same symbol, we simply add them to. So 9 added to 7 is 16, but make sure that you put a negative sign as both the integers are negative. Now we are left with plus 4 and plus 16. Let's do them now. So it's minus 16 plus 4, a negative integer and a positive integer. So we'll subtract them. So the difference between them is 12. Bigger number is 16, so we'll put its sign. Now minus 12 and we have a 16 here. So again, what is the difference between the two? It is 4. The bigger number is 16, so the symbol is plus a positive sign in front of 4. Now coming to the last part. Here we have got 37. Take away 2 at first to work with. So the answer is 35 with a positive sign because 37 is the bigger number. Now we have plus minus 65 and we have plus minus 8. Right? Again, we are going to take these two numbers at first. And what do we have? We have got one number which is positive number and the other one that is a negative number. So the difference between the two is 30, and the sign that we'll put with 30 is a negative sign. Why? Because 65 is bigger. And to this, let's add minus 8. Now, when we are done with this, simply we have got two numbers, both of them negative. So we'll simply add them. The answer will be 38. And the sign we need to put is a negative sign. I hope with these many questions of practice, you must have understood the concept of adding integers really well. And with this, we are at the end of our lesson.